Hello everybody, Silver Picker here, and today I'm going to detail my finds from the weekend of June 1st through 3rd, 2012. Now, I gotta say, it's not been my best haul, but it also wasn't my worst haul. Generally, I like a haul when I have coins. This weekend, I did not get any coins. I did get a few people's phone numbers who said that I should call them about coins. Maybe they'll have something, maybe they won't. In my experience, about 99% of the time, any calls you do lead to nothing. Only one time did a call that I made actually lead to a great purchase. But I gotta say that even all those dead-end calls that I made and people not calling me back, it was worth giving my number out and worth going the extra mile to get that one collection. That collection is the one that's detailed in my video from last summer. But on to my finds from this week. The first find that I got were these three items here. As you can see, one is a little pin that says MPX, one is a little cherub, and one is a penknife in a case. Now, I'll explain to you why I got those things. I went to an estate sale, and I was looking through the junk jewelry box, which always has gold and silver in it. They just miss it, they're going through it, they don't always have good eyes, there are older people a lot of the time that run these things, and they miss things that I find. So for example, these two items. This one is sterling, and this one is 14 karat gold. Granted, they're small. They're definitely not I'm not retiring off this, but it is still nice. What I did is I picked up these things, and I thought, okay, I don't want to draw attention to it. Anytime I pick gold or silver out of a junk box, I don't want to draw attention to it. So what did I do? I walked around and saw if there was anything small that I was interested in. I used to collect pocket knives. I opened a drawer in the kitchen, and this was in there. Little Victorinox Swiss Army knife with the Coors Light logo on the back. So I thought that was pretty cool. I figured they weren't going to charge me a lot anyway, so I took that. I went up to the lady who was in charge and I said, so how much do you want for this penknife and these studs? And she goes, those tiny little studs? I said, yeah. She goes, ah man, you know what, how about $1 on the knife? And I said, sure. And she goes, just take the studs for free. Little did she know that, this is about a little under $30 worth of gold. It's a little under a gram. And this is, a couple grams of silver, so, altogether it's about 30 bucks. The Swiss Army knife retails for like 20 bucks, but, if I sold it on eBay, maybe I'd get 8 bucks for it. But still, for $1, I got about $40 worth of precious metals and a nice little pocket knife. So that's an important lesson. Always group your items. If you group it, you're more likely to get a better price. Next place I went was this little garage sale. Honestly, I probably overpaid on this. There were these two little sterling topped earrings and this little cameo. This little cameo looked like it had a gold edges. It wasn't marked, but it was worth the shot. I paid 50 cents each, and so I spent $1. Maybe there's $1 worth of silver there. I don't even know. But the cameos still, people collect them even if they're not gold. So I might just start, buying cameos, and I'll put them together in a lot on eBay. We'll see what happens. But that I can't say is my best purchase. Next, I went to this other sale, and they had a lot of jewelry. I saw these 3 Tiffany bracelets, but they were definitely fake. It wasn't even worth buying them on the chance that they were real, because they just looked so unbelievably fake. But I did get these 2 men's rings. Both are sterling. This one's got a little scorpion on it, and this one's got some sort of like black stone. They each weigh 11 grams, so that's not bad at all. And then this pair of earrings, which are sterling, and they say they're marked sterling also. I might sell these as jewelry. I might sell these also as jewelry. I'm starting to try and sell more stuff on eBay as actual jewelry, because oftentimes you can get more above spot on smaller items like rings and earrings. The next thing, it's good to experiment sometimes, especially if it's not a huge risk where you're gonna, be losing a lot of money if things go wrong, The next thing I got was from this place. It was a small garage sale, and the guy was about to clear up, and I said, you mind if I just check out that jewelry? And he goes, sure. I start looking at it, I'm peering at it up close, and he goes, you're not gonna find anything good in there, and he goes, everybody's been watching those American picker shows, they all think that they're gonna get rich off garage sales. And he says, you're not going to find anything with 14K in there. I said, I'm just looking, who knows. I'm looking to see other things. Whatever, I said, it doesn't matter. But, you know, he kept saying that I'll never find anything. First thing I see is this. It is a ring with a Roman gold coin in the center. Now, don't get excited. I was pretty sure it was fake. You know, it was marked, the ring is marked 18K, but I could see that the, you know, gold plating is wearing off already, so it's definitely not real gold. But I thought, because of these soldering marks, that somebody had taken a ring and actually made it, you know, into, taken this coin and put it in this ring, and that it's actually a real coin. So I figured it's not going to be that much money anyway, it was worth a shot. So I bought it, took the ring out, I looked at it, and, you know, I tested the coin. I had already seen the inside because it was a little cracked, so I was pretty sure that it wasn't real. So I tested it. I would not test anything that I thought could be an actual real gold coin, you know, if there was better reason to believe it. But it was indeed fake, but, you know, it was worth checking it out. I think I paid about 75 cents for it. Over here, in the same lot, I paid $3 for these 4 items, so whatever that breaks down to. This, he was right, I didn't find something that said 14K, but I did find this vermeil, which is a gold-plated silver. Sorry if you can't see this, but it says 925. So, this is a 925 silver bracelet. Now, it's got a lot of these fake, like, cubic zirconium in it, so, you know, I weighed it, but it doesn't matter what the weight is. I'll probably sell it as jewelry, because it's too hard to tell how much the actual scrap value would be with the gems in there. Next is this silver ring, and this is very obviously silver. It says 925. It looks like silver. It feels like silver. I tested it. It is silver. You know, and once again, it wasn't 14K, but I did find value. It weighs about 8 grams. These rings weigh 11 grams. I don't know if I mentioned that. Then finally, see this little ring. Looks like gold, feels like gold. Marked 14K. I don't know if you can see that. Put it under the magnifying glass. You can see there, 14K. He was wrong, 100%. Not only did I find 3 nice silver pieces, 2 nice silver pieces, I should say. I found a 14-karat gold ring. It's a kid's ring, weighs 1.3 grams. It's about 40 bucks. So, you know, he was making fun of me and saying I'll never find anything of value, but keep picking, you will find value. So I found 2 pieces of gold and a bunch of sterling silver, and I got a little pocket knife. Got some junk. You know, these 2 things were junk, but you know, it was still not a bad haul. I made, I guess, like about 80 bucks off of the jewelry. But I've definitely made more, and because of that, I had begun to expand my horizons. Now, for everybody who's following my channel because I do silver and gold, I hope that this won't bore you, but I met with somebody who's a friend of mine that does the exact same thing that I do, hauling at garage sales, but instead of doing it for precious metals, he does it for video games. And he says, you can make a mint buying video games. So that's just what I did. I said, you know what, I'll try it out. If I'm already at the garage sale, I might as well buy some video games if I see them. You know, I wouldn't go out just to buy video games, but if I'm already buying gold and silver and I see video games, I might as well try it out. I'll see how it does. So, I'll show you what I bought. Over here, I bought 6 PlayStation 2 games. He also told me never buy sports games, because pretty much they don't do very well. But I bought a couple sports games because they weren't like regular, like Madden games or whatever. So I got SmackDown vs. Raw, WWF, Crazy Taxi, NFL Blitz 2003, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, 3, and Tony Hawk Underground. And from the same person I bought Sim Park. She said that on her Saturday sale, which I didn't go to, she was selling them for $5 a piece, but now she's selling them for $1 each. So I picked up these 7 games. There were other games there too, but they were mostly sports or in bad condition. And I said, I'll give you $5 for the 7. She took it. Turns out, the only reason I bought this old Sim Park game is because it's still in its original shrink wrap. I thought, you know, why not take a chance on it? I looked it up. It's pretty much worthless. I'll probably sell it at a garage sale that I have, and, you know, I'll sell it for $1 or whatever. It doesn't matter. I tested all these games because I do have PlayStation 2, and the SmackDown vs. Raw doesn't work. So I'm going to see if I can clean the disc and try it again. Otherwise, whatever. So, when it comes down to it, I ended up paying $1 a piece. I looked up the Tony Hawk games sell pretty well on eBay for between $10 and $20 each. I put the three together in a lot for 25 bucks. We'll see how it does. The NFL Blitz and the Crazy Taxi, they don't sell for much on their own, so I'm just going to keep them in a pile, and I'm going to start amassing a collection of games. So at the end of the summer, I'll sell them all in one lot, because those do pretty well, and just get rid of all of them. Next thing were these three things. I thought this was a video game when I bought it, because it says Coleco. And if you know, ColecoVision is a an old video game system. It says Rambo 50 caliber machine gun. It was in its original package, unopened, so I thought, hey, that's worth it. Odyssey 2, in the original box, a really old video game. I even don't really remember games looking like this. It was a little before my time. I was in the original Game Boy and Sega Genesis era. And this Defender game for Atari. I paid $1 each for these things. Defender goes for almost nothing on eBay. Odyssey goes for almost nothing on eBay. But this Rambo thing went for 12 bucks. So I put it up on eBay for $9.99. We'll see how it does. But it's worth trying it out. Generally, I don't like to sell things for under $10 on eBay. It's just not worth my time. But if I do a bunch of things, I might as well do it. The next thing I got was I asked this lady. I said, "Do you have any video games?" After she told me she didn't have coins or jewelry, and she said, "Yeah." So she showed me these PlayStation 1 games. They were all junk. And I said, "What about any Nintendo stuff or Game Boy?" She goes, "Game Boy? That's worth something?" And I go, "Well, maybe." She says, "I just threw a Game Boy out in the garbage. Go over there, and if you want it, it's yours." So I got the old Game Boy for free. I tested it. It works perfectly, and they don't go for much on eBay, maybe 10 bucks. But if I get some games eventually, I'll sell it in a lot. Next thing, Game Boy Color. Works perfectly. Tested it out while I was there. It came with the batteries, and it had this game in it, Hoyle Card Games. I gotta say, it's probably the most boring video game you could possibly have. But it was together, this game and this Game Boy, $3. You can't really beat that. So I picked that up. I see on eBay they sell for about 20 bucks. The game is pretty much worthless, but like I said, with these games, I'll amass a collection of them and then sell them probably at the end of the summer. And to the next thing, I'll save the best for last. But this is actually not a video game. This is a board game. It's called Cash Flow. It's a Richard Kiyosaki game. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a very famous finance book. And this game is to teach kids, and it's also, I think, for adults too. It's a finance learning game. It's an educational game. And I remember that when I was a little kid, one of my friends had it, and I liked it a lot, and I asked my dad if we could get it. And he looked it up, and it turned out it was about $200. So he said, you can handle playing Monopoly. So I never got it, but I was at a garage sale, and I saw it this morning for 5 bucks. And I got in my car. I was about to leave, and I said, you know what, let me look it up. So I looked it up on my phone on eBay, and it turns out they sell anywhere from $50 to $175. So it was marked for 5 bucks. I said, would you take 3? She said, sure. I bought it for $3. It had never been used. All of the little pieces are still in their original packages. The only thing that's used has been opened out of its original shrink wrap. I put it up on eBay for $99. We'll see how it goes. That would be a nice little chunk of change. And finally, my best purchase for these 3 items. Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and a Nintendo Rumble Pack. Now, why did I buy those things? Why did I buy them together? This guy was selling his son's video games. His son gave him strict pricing and said he couldn't deviate. There were a ton of games there. I would have liked to buy all of them, but they were asking ridiculous prices. He wanted $5 per, N64 game. And I asked him about this because there were a ton of PlayStation games, but he was really asking for crazy prices, so I didn't want to deal with him too much. But I saw this, and I don't know too much about the valuable games, but I do know that RPGs for PlayStation go well, and this is like a special box set. Originally, I can see the sticker was $59.99. Figure, if I can get it for a good price, I'll buy it. So I said, how much you want for this? He goes, 25 bucks. I go, 25 bucks? I go, this game came out like 20 years ago. This thing's not, worth 25 bucks. He goes, look, it says $59.99. I go, yeah, it says it's from Toys R Us. you know, that they bought, you know, whenever that was bought originally. And he goes, how much do you want to pay for it? I said, I don't know, I wanted to pay like $5. And he goes, $5? Come on, I can't do that. He says, how about 15? I said, the best I could do is if you give me 10, and you got to throw in the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six and the Rumble Pack. And he goes, what? No, I can't do that, I can't do that. And I said, you know, it's getting to the end of the day. You know, if you want to sell it, I'll give you $10 right now. And he said, sure. So I said, okay, deal. He was not so happy about it, but, you know, he did do the deal. He made $10. The Rainbow Six game, I think, sells usually for like $7 on eBay. The Rumble Pack for like a couple dollars. But like I said, once again, I'm gonna, you know, amass a nice little collection of games and sell them as a lot. But I did put this up on eBay. This is in perfect condition. The games have never been played. The inside comes with, I don't know if you can see. I don't want to open it too much because it's up on eBay already. It comes with the 4 discs of the game, a soundtrack disc, a hardcover book guide, and a group of extras, which includes like little toys and medallions and all sorts of stuff. And all that stuff is completely unopened, untouched. The hardcover book looks like it's never even been touched once, never been opened once. And the highest selling one I've seen on eBay, which was still in its shrink wrap, but this is pretty darn close to being perfect condition. That one sold for $175, and they generally sell anywhere between like $50 to $120. So I have it listed at $99, and we'll see what happens. If I sell this game and this game for $100 each, I mean $200 for essentially, like, let's say we even this out and make this, you know, $3.33, $30.33, and $3.33. You know, I paid $6.33 for these 2 games, and I'll hopefully get $200 for them. If I get 25 for these, that'll be $225, and if I get 12 for that, it'll be $237. $237 for just some video games that I bought for a couple bucks at a garage sale, not including all of the gold and silver that I got. You know, this really has changed the game of hauling. So I'm going to start trying to buy these things. You know, there are a lot of other things you can haul too, but the idea of video games is you can ship them really easily. You don't have to do much. You just look them up on eBay. There's very little research. My whole thing is to make the money fast and easy. You know, there's a difference between working hard and working smart. I do both. I think it's hard work, but, you know, if you can make a lot of money doing something easier, then you might as well do that, assuming it's honest and ethical, than working hard and making the same or less amount of money. So I hope you like this video. I'd like to hear your comments. Please comment, rate, subscribe, you know, the whole 9 yards. But I would like to hear from the people who generally watch my videos for the gold and silver and coin stuff, if you're interested in seeing the stuff about video games and what else I haul. If you are, please comment and let me know. If you're not, you know, I'll try and either make a different channel or something like that, so that everybody will be happy. By the way, I see a lot of people say what their eBay username is. Mine is 1Magumbo, the number 1, Magumbo. So check it out. If you want to buy anything, let me know. Also, you know, if you want to buy something that, you know, through YouTube, I don't mind doing that. You PayPal me the money and I'll ship it out right to you. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is Silver Picker, and I guess Video Game Picker, out.